Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Monday Motivation and starting your week off right. Now, we're beginning today. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. You're going to love this. I'm going to be able to come to you on Monday mornings and give you your Monday motivation and to give you the nugget for your week. The scripture that I want to use today is you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. Philippians chapter 4, verse number 13. So I want to talk about what do you do when adversity knocks? I want to share a little story with you about a father and his daughter. And he was teaching his daughter how to surpass adversity when it came knocking at her door. So when adversity knocks, it's kind of interesting. Now, Mary was a young girl. She had a major problem that she got annoyed with all the time. And she got annoyed all the time with things. She felt bad about everything and just always carried a negative thinking and a negative attitude about everything she was involved in. She used to get angry, she did, as well as got frightened of everything. She was just a real scaredy cat. She developed all these negative aspects. Suddenly, it just came on her. One day she felt she was so miserable and requested help from her dad. Finally, she went to someone, her dad, for help. She told him that if she was able to manage and solve a problem, another one followed quickly and it got repeated. Her father consoled her and took her to the kitchen. He said to Mary, "Now Mary, I want you to take a potato, an egg, and 2 spoonfuls of tea leaves." Now, Mary was a little surprised. And she asked her father, "Dad," she said, "do you want me to cook?" Now, her father declined. He didn't want her to cook. He then took 3 vessels and poured 1 cup of water in each one of the vessels. Now, each vessel was placed on the stove. Once the water started to boil, interestingly enough, he dropped the potato in one of the vessels. He then dropped the egg in the second one, and in the third one, what he had left was the tea leaves. Now Mary, she started once again. Her attitude started picking up. She got totally annoyed at all that was going on, and she asked him, Why would you do those stupid things, Dad? Why would you do it?" Then he asked her to wait for a few more minutes, and she needed to be patient. She needed to be patient. She needed to take her time. She just needed to relax and calm down. The impatient daughter managed to wait for around 15 minutes. That was as much as she could ever muster. Now the father removed the potato from the pot and placed it on a plate and did the same with the egg, and he filtered the tea. He did this and he put it in a cup. Now he placed the 3 plates there, one with the potato and the other with the egg, and then the cup of tea in front of Mary. He asked Mary, he said, "Mary, what do you see? What are you looking at?" That's interesting, isn't it? What are you seeing? What are you focusing on? She said, "A potato, an egg, and a cup of tea." And he said to her, "Mary," he said, "you're wrong. Now look at it closely. Look at it again and answer me." She said, "But Dad, it looks the same. It's the potato's like cooked, and so, and the egg, and then the cup of tea is right there." But then he brought her attention over to the potato. And he said, "Now, Mary, the potato was cooked, and it was so soft. It was so soft. The egg was boiled, and it became really hard. And the tea carried this nice aroma that she could smell." Mary couldn't seem to find, she couldn't really see what was inside of all of the things that her father was telling her. And he said, "The potato was so hard and strong before, it was boiled. But now it turned soft and it turned smooth. Also the egg. The egg was too delicate, but after boiling it, it became too hard. And he had her take a sip of the tea, and it was absolutely delicious. Mary then calmed down a little bit, and she said, well, what does all of this mean, Father? What does it mean? She said, I don't get it. I can't see it, because the impatient rarely see the lesson in anything. Have you been impatient about things? He went on to tell her, he said, each object responded differently to water. That's how you have to be. Each object was put under the same kind of circumstance. It faced similar adversities, but reached to different conclusions. The potato, when put in boiling water, it became very weak. It became soft. The egg that was so soft before became so hard when it was put under that boiling water of adversity. And the tea leaves became very unique, because the tea leaves changed the water itself, giving it unique flavor and aroma. It gave it something new. The entire water became new the moment that the tea leaves were put in it. Mary understood that we could create something new and unique even when we experienced adversity. She understood it. So what are you? Are you a potato or an egg or a tea leaf? Which one of those things are you? That's so hard for a person at times to understand. Do you become weak under the adversities of life? Do you become very hard, very difficult under those same adversities? Or have you learned in your life to become a tea leaf? At the beginning, I told you what our verse was for this week. The Apostle Paul said after all of the adversities of his life, he came to the realization when he said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. It all depends on how you look at your adversities. Do you look at them like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Or do you look at them and say, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me? And I look forward to talking to you next week on your Monday Motivation.